Hello, it's Wednesday, the 10th of October. I'm Joanne and this is Rocketboom. You may recall, the other day we noticed the first-person shooter for narrative reasons, but today let's have a closer look at what's really going on here. Very simple setup, a camera behind the subject that outputs to a screen in front of the subject. Not much to write home about in terms of technology, but what happens when you take this one step further? Here's the famous invisible cloak I've talked about before. Taking the same image and projecting it back onto itself is a clever way to make fake invisibility. However, once you add some motion analysis into the mix, things can start to get really interesting. Hence the theme of today's show, motion analysis. Take it away. Wait, stop. First, let's have a look at motion capture. Motion capture studios usually record objects fitted with reflective points by infrared cameras from several different angles simultaneously. A computer will then cross-reference each X and Y for each point on each camera to create believable 3D movement, which is often tied to an animated model. This is how they can get sports moves on video games looking so real. By recording a master of form and movement, you can then construct a library of routines which can then be reused when certain events occur. While motion capture can be an excellent way of tracking 3D objects through space, motion tracking is a good way to determine a lot more data from the same scene. Motion tracking is the use of software algorithms to analyze an image based on image quality, such as hue, contrast, or saturation. A comparison is usually made to generate a specific output based on a true connection. For instance, by using a regular old video camera to capture movement to the computer can then analyze each of the 30-odd frames per second to find specified information, like colour for example. A free software program that you can download to play around with is Eyesweb. It's PC only, but it's free. Eyesweb uses a visual form of programming to lay out blocks. Each block can carry out a specific set of operations and then generate a new output. Outputs can consist of screen-based patterns, while physical computing hacks like to send signals in serial data to microprocessors with homemade circuits to cause weird things to happen. Let's kick back and check out a few cool projects using motion analysis.
I've done motion capture 4 different times. Even though it looks kind of crazy, you get used to it and you can start to do your own tricks and your own deal. I'm excited because this is the best animation information we've ever had for our game. Finally figured out the technology, figured out what's possible while wearing all this gear.
Well, there was a reason for bringing all of this up. No, it wasn't to do with the World Porridge Making Championship. I wanted to make sure we had the context to fully appreciate the concept of flow control. This is Flo. Flo has her own image recognition system with personalised algorithms. She also has a habit of catching various animals and bringing them inside. Here's how it looks from the inside. And this is what the video camera sees. As you can see from the video camera, if this is what Flo normally looks like, this is what Flo looks like with something nasty in her mouth. Big difference. If Flo is a go, here is how that shows. And just in case, or even in case it's not even Flo, the door remains closed. Motion analysis.